Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
Okay. It's going to be playing Rakan, which is one of the most explosive engaged champs.
Oh, nicely done. Alley-oops him right into Blabber's waiting arms. Abadaga's in some danger, but there's first blood back over to Loki. Beautifully done.
TSG already TP'd in Abadaga, and they have no TP on Castle, so this should be 2 to 3 plates on top side. And I think as long as they just kind of slow over 2,000 gold ahead with just the 1 kill to their name, and this bot lane tower is getting quite low.
Oh, nicely done from Loki, and Blabber slams Castle back into the wall before we can transform. The Narbar charged, but Poppy charged first. Oh, that hurts so bad for Castle, man.
And this mid-jungle duo from Cloud9 popping off in this game. First it's the stolen Azir ult to get the kill on Abadaga. Now this time it is the stolen Mega Gnar ult. Scoops him in, Blabber gets the flash slam on the wall, and they hunt Dignitas, just walks on past. He's able to put that pressure on. And they did take that bottom tier 1 down. We can see that Abadaga is trying to push and get one back there, but Loki's pushing on top side. No one here to answer, so this tower is going to be going down. It's even more gold in his pocket, and I think he likely has the Riftmaker now. And so we can see them look to challenge at this next dragon here, prevent that third dragon for DSG, because that is really all DSG has going for them at this point.
Yeah, Cloud9 up 2 turrets to 0, 5 grubs to 1, 2 kills to nothing, and 3,500 gold, 17 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. Rift Herald summoned up mid lane, the classic play. If nothing else, you get it as a distraction with the dragon spawning. C9 will be first down into the bot side river here as Blabber is ready to drive the Herald straight into the turret, get all of those extra Void Might spawns, all of the extra true damage ticking onto the structure itself. That will burn down. Tier 1 gone. That's going to make contesting this Drake even riskier for Disguise, because now if you start to lose the fight, there's no turret to fall back to for safety. And so instead, they're just going to surrender this Drake. That means no more stacking. They'll trade it for the top lane tier 1 and an infusion of gold instead. But Azale, I feel like Mr. Toast might have a bit of a concern for his hairline at this point.
It's hanging on, but it's definitely looking tough. But I mean, this is a bit of a David versus Goliath type matchup. I mean, when we look at the power rankings from this season, you know, everyone had the top 4 teams in the top 4. Everyone had the bottom 4 teams in the bottom 4. You know, it's one of these situations where there was no divergence there. There was a clear delineation. Everyone who did the rankings.
That's a $15 word. Nicely done, but oh, Loki kills Huhi while the Tempered Fate is in the air. He's just got too much damage. He's too far ahead, and Huhi is down in the dirt. Think of where was the aggro? Where was the playmaking? Where was the, like... what's the word I'm looking for? There's like, where's the initiative?
Yeah.
I'm just not seeing them really go for a whole lot.
No, I mean, they're really not. And I think maybe because they have this kind of, you know, beefy front to back comp, they're, oh God.
Oh no, Scary Jerry is not having a good time. They make the engage on C9 side. Jerry's dead. The rest of the fight surely can't go well after this as Loki's ready to jump in, steals away the Sejuani ulti. Hasn't found a target for it here just yet. Thanatos coming around from the bottom lane. Just going to skip his way up there, get right back onto the wave. It's just Jerry, but that's enough. With him dead, C9 now has the green light to go back down into the river, start up the Otacon.
Yep, and that is tough. I don't know. I kind of want to see that again and see exactly what they saw, because Scary Jerry just walks in and he's kind of just separated a bit from the rest of the team. Blabber's able to find an angle. It feels like every time there's any action, it is Blabber there finding a stun. Scary Jerry survives the initial onslaught just barely, but he goes down, and then that is going to be it for the team fight. That is going to be it for the Otacon, and that is Cloud9 taking. He's looking smooth.
All right, he's ready to go.
He may be publicly challenged after this game, but he could pull it off.
Hey,
that's the important part.
We live in Los Angeles. I'm sure there is a lovely toupee shop somewhere around here that can help him get back in order, because this game is not one.
All this beautiful Clayton. He doesn't need it, okay?
Huhi, C9 nearly having the Baron all the way down, but a Tempered Fate is going to interrupt it. Blabber still down in the pit as Vulcan and Loki try to zone everybody away. Thanatos now on guard duty. The Baron down to about 2,500 now. Thanatos trying to rejoin up with the rest of the team. A little bit more damage onto the Baron is going to get it done, and C9 have claimed the objective, but what about the fight right after? Bullet time, locking Blabber up as he tries to get away. He's stunned up close to the wall, and Blabber's finally going to drop. Disguised is on the board as Thanatos skips and slashes his way back over the wall. Abadaga died in trade, a 1-for-1 but the Baron goes over to C9 for a decided victory, and they're ready to keep the fight going. Thanatos is first to jump in, trying to use that hallowed mist to stay alive. He might just die first, but no, he gets back over the wall, and Loki's on a rampage. Scary Jerry's dead next, and Loki's not stopping with one. A double kill for the Silas, and he's still not done. Who he's going to be the next victim, and it's an 8-2 game. Make it 9. C9 looking good.
How about this game from Loki, though? The confidence he being back in there and actually start the fight. Thanatos just goes in at half health, 1v4 to keep them interested. Loki arrives back with the teleport, steals the Sejuani ult, and it's a pie to the face for Scary Jerry. He nails him with it, just gets blown up. Jerry can't even get the flash off, and Cloud9, they're styling on him.
That was the 10-stack Dark Seal. Yeah, the tier 3 boots. This Silas is just completely out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3.6k gold lead as far as mid lane. It's a 3k gold lead as far as jungle. Like, this is just domination from Cloud9, and this is definitely looking like a top-of-the-table team versus a bottom team in this league right now. And DSG, it feels like a regression from last week where it felt like they were showing a lot more confidence. They were trying to do things. This week, they kind of just drafted all scaling and didn't fight.
Yeah, it feels a little rough for Disguise right now as Sven gets caught in the Bard ulti. I think Bullet Time did one wave of damage to Vulcan.
Gotta lock it.
Yeah, that's just not...
Vulcan no lock it. You click that, you time the cooldown, put it in the chat.
The MF is definitely not convincing either of us this game, I don't think. But C9 going in. Loki throws out the Abduct, not going to find a target there. Now Abadaga raising a second turret off the ruins of the one that just fell. C9 going to be pushed back.
No vision anywhere except that one ward over by the Baron Pit, which is obviously not where the action is right now. Third straight Mountain Dragon here for Cloud9 going to be grabbed up, so they're going to be very, very tanky at this point. And Blabber, of course, started Under Sky, but pure tank from then on out. Almost has his random into the side, then C9 might just take the fight.
Thanatos dropping the Hallowed Mist there, needs to step back a little bit further. Tempered Fate hits the Gwen, but nothing more. XU trying to frontline here a little bit, but now it's Loki jumping into the middle of everybody for a 3-man Mega Gnar ulti. He hasn't found any kills here just yet. Vulcan's going to be the first one killed. Scary Jerry taking that one, but they lose XU in trade. A 1-for-1, but Disguised has lost their front line. XU is down, and Castle is so injured that he has to go back into the fountain to heal. This gives C9 the opportunity to knock down that last tier 3 turret. Loki goes into the back looking for who. He finds him with a Q2. Abscond Abduct will not hit Castle, but he steals the Gnar ulti again. He's got a second one locked and loaded, and C9 are not done yet. Now they're focused, turning back towards this bottom lane where the Sun Disk is slowly decaying. Minions from top and mid now marching towards the Nexus turrets, demanding the attention of Disguised. All 3 inhibitors now down. C9 looking for their victory push, but likely not able to achieve it. Just 30 seconds there, so we do have a couple duets marching down there.
That's kind of messed up. The Observer just called you out like that.
Well, actually, I can respect that. I can respect it. I want to be called out if I'm spreading misinformation. So there's not going to be any more duets of Super Minions.
Don't call me out on my information. You don't want to get called out.
No. You just want to sprout some nonsense.
No, I just want blind support. Yeah. I just say something that is like verifiably false. I just want you to be like, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Tell it like it is.
Well, I'll tell it like it is right now. It is dire for Disguised. Man, this is absolute doomsday for these dudes as they are trying to hold on. Stolen Bard ulti finds Abadaga, but the follow-up is not there from the rest of C9. Abadaga, though, getting poked by the Corki as now Thanatos putting the work in here on the top lane. Inhib, bot lane Inhib about to respawn here next. Mid lane will be respawning soon thereafter, but those crystals still have to fully materialize as Disguised scrambles. They know they only have one chance left to try and hold this and try and defend. Sven, Loki, Vulcan, all on the bottom side of the base while Blabber and Thanatos provide extra pressure up at the top. Half an XU is already dead before the fight even starts. The bullet time doesn't accomplish anything. Castle, Mega Gnar's one dude just backwards, not even into a wall. Loki's already godlike, and Blabber tackles in after Scary Jerry, who he escapes back through the Nexus, but not all the way. It's a double kill for Loki, and everybody on Disguised is wiped from the rift. 16-3, Cloud9 made it look easy.
On that top side, you have good 2v2 bot. You have some power up on this top side that Sejuani can really play around. And I think FlyQuest have gotten themselves quite a good, get a really nice trade in. And now that wave is slowly pushing away from Whippo.
Ooh, Busio caught out there by the handshake. FBI continuing to go forward, needs to hop a little bit further. Just a little bit more damage would be enough. FBI on the chase, but he cannot get quite enough damage there with the rend. So Busio low, but not all the way down. He and Masu both, however, down below 200 HP, forced back underneath their turret.
Yeah, that was actually a critical mistake there from Busio. He was too slow on the clone. So what you're supposed to do in this matchup is be able to use the clone to block the handshake. They're going to look for a dive, but Inspired's here.
Inspired's ready to try to shut this down. Busio and Masu playing on the knife's edge, trying to stay close enough to bait their opponents in from Inspired, but not close enough that they end up getting killed themselves. FBI down to about 50 HP. The bailout has landed, but it's not going to bail out a damn thing. 100 Thieves. They might have done better in the 2v2, but it's a 5v5 game.
So, yeah, you got the summoners off Busio. That is really, really good, but FBI lost his flash and died there. Masu going to die now as well, as he was trying to reset that wave, and now his wave is absolutely cooked. That wave is horrible.
Yeah.
They're actually, I'm kind of, so they are.
Ayla and Inspired is lurking in the brushes yet again, just hoping FBI and Ayla get a little bit too aggressive so he can immediately turn around and punish just like he recently did.
Yeah, they saw the vision plant just get hit, Bo.
There it is. Inspired jumping right on in, and FBI is in danger, caught up in the tangle barbs and shot down again. The bailout is too little, too late. Masu getting his first kill of the game.
Inspired had such good patience there. He actually waited for a really long time, and then they got the info that River was around because he hit the vision plant in their jungle, so they realized he's not in lane, he's not going for a counter gank or anything like that, so they have the opportunity then. As soon as FBI steps forward, he waited a really long time, but he's able to get it. Ayla now trying to sneak around, see if they can find anything, but not really going to happen.
Ooh, River, though, going in after Quad, who immediately goes into the Soul Unbound, and Inspired jumps over the wall, ready to help out his mid laner. There's the Yone with the Fate Sealed. A little bit more damage is required, and River is down. Nicely done. Feet of Warfare secured, and Ayla's going to be the next to die. Inspired flashing over the wall, looking to keep himself alive, but it will not happen. Shut down over to Quid. 4-2 game for FlyQuest, as Quid now tries to make his escape. Busio's going to block him up here, as Masu provides covering fire over the wall with a 90 caliber net, right back into his own side of the jungle to hunt down this Ahri. A little bit more will do it, and the Piltover Peacemaker does the job. 5-2 FlyQuest.
Yeah, potential poke from Busio, and you know, if you do overcommit into that, throw out the Sejuani ult, just try to punish that one character. There's so much CC there to follow up if any bit of CC hits. So FlyQuest are going to be able to grab this. River says, you know what, it's not even worth risking it.
Yep.
If he goes in, he's very likely to die, so it'd be a really low percentage play. So it's just going to... we are going to have Quid doing this kind of pretty popular build now for Ahri. People are really liking the Roa build path. It got some slight buffs as well. And so we're seeing a lot more of this kind of tanky style of Ahri. We're seeing a lot of just Roa into Leandries, and this kind of like more... I don't want to call it bruiser, but it's like, kind of feels like that sort of style where you're just dashing in and out, you're applying dots, and you're just kind of being more disruptive and putting out high DPS, as opposed to just like hitting one combo on the backline and one-shotting them.
It's lower burst, but you have more consistent damage over the course of a longer fight. Also the health to participate in such a fight. Turret going to drop down there in the bottom lane as FlyQuest has to retreat over in mid. Sniper staying alive down there in the bot side as Inspired turns it around over in mid lane. River down to about 100 HP, tries to jump in, needs the bailout. Masu's still alive, and now he's in a killing spree. 100 Thieves thought they might have got something, but they are immediately corrected in that assumption.
Yeah, Quad TP's in as well to try to help cover. That was very close.
In the highlight reel, but for a very different reason.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Lions on Lyon having some really good pop blossoms, some really good engages there last week, and especially as support, because you don't have a lot of gold, so it's not like your Q&E are even doing that much damage. No. You know, generally you're going to get towards one item, probably go Proto Belt, and then it's just all about, can you find that juicy ultimate? It's 100 Thieves trying to force this Herald, and we'll grab it.
They'll take the Herald. Sniper goes for the Mega Gnar, but does not hit anything. Fate Sealed also going to miss as the ace in the hole flies out. Yeah, it hits Sniper, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Honestly, good play there from 100 Thieves.
Yep, going to be able to grab it and get out. Whippo TP'd in, so Sniper says, nope, we're not taking this fight. I'm in mini. I'm just going to flash and not risk getting engaged on. Quad looking on the side here, but can't really find anything. And with all these 100 Thieves members around, I don't think there's really much of an angle for a push here from FlyQuest. So we're going to see Gnar going back down.
Caitlyn Traps kind of doing what I was talking about earlier, removing some of those avenues to try to approach this objective from, making it that much tougher for 100 Thieves to come up and try to contest.
Yeah, and I don't really think there's going to be much of a contest here, unless they can get them to kind of come back for this Herald that they're going to drop. We can see that Sniper's moving down towards bot side. He needs to get that Mega Gnar charged up, though. He's got nothing on the bar.
Ayla just used the handshake on the Nico clone, and now coming from behind, Bwipo with the World Ender ready to go. River's about to get stunned up, staying alive for now. Hostile takeover doesn't do a whole lot except create a little bit of space. Sniper still no Mega Gnar. As 100 Thieves, they don't lose anybody, but those health bars are wrecked. Ayla and River both nearly dead. Ayla having to spend both summoner spells to not drop, and now FlyQuest has the green light for their Drake.
Yeah, it's going to be uncontested. They're just going to send a Sniper out towards top. He's going to push and try to trade back a tower up there. It's a tough fight as they, try to drop the Herald here, but FlyQuest just responds, and they preempt the engage because they knew Sniper wasn't there. He had headed out towards bot, so with him not in position, they just force their hand of their opponents.
Oh, but Masu now getting caught out as River jumps in with a Wind Becomes Lightning Audacious Charge. Quad, though, turning it right back around here with a Fate Seal back into the 100 Thieves jungler. Needs a little bit more damage, but has to snap back to his original spot. Quid missing the charm. Nice sidestep there from Quad to make sure he does not get caught out on his exit.
Yeah, good little bit of pressure because even though they don't get a kill, 100 Thieves keeps them interested in around mid lane. That's buying time for Sniper again, pushing out on this top side. He's going to get the tier 1. But though also pushing down on bot side, they cannot give up free tier 2. Tier 2 is just so much gold, so Quid is going to have to go down and respond, try to defend that, and we'll see how low it is right now. Sniper looks like he left early enough. This tower might just be dead. We'll see if Bwipo wants to actually fully commit to it, and he's going to do so.
Yeah.
Might end up trading his life for it, but we'll get that tower, and that's 700 gold. Those tier 2s are just so ridiculous. Not feeling fully confident that they can walk up and hit that tower until they see more people responding in side lane. So Quad going to be pushing out top, and again, Bwipo's back down towards bottom. They are going to TP, though, and it's going to be a fight here for 100 Thieves. They have Mega. Can they actually run him down?
Yeah, they're trying to make their way onto Quad before he can get any sort of an escape route. Wants to go for the Fate Seal. Nice block from River, guaranteeing the Yone cannot get over the wall. The shutdown goes to Sniper. 100 Thieves gets their pick on a critical member of FlyQuest, and now they're making the call to go for the Otacon. It won't drop particularly quickly, and FlyQuest is on the way.
Yeah, we'll see if they can actually commit to this. I think they have to at this point. Quad has no TP, so it is going to be a 5v4, even if they are slow. Look at Quid on the side, looking for a charm on Masu.
Quid wants it, jumps and he finds the charm on Masu, but it's immediately cleansed as the Caitlyn survives. Hostile takeover over the top, but it only finds Inspired and Busio. Now Masu trying to get away from Quid, who manages to find the assassination, and Inspire's looking to turn it right back around onto the mid laner, but it ain't going to work. Busio needs a little bit more damage, and Bwipo was killed off Ayla. Now another hit comes through. Inspired takes down River. There's 3 dead bodies in 100 Thieves jerseys, and FlyQuest is going to take Otacon to boot.
Even with Quid finding the fight.
That one where Quad was actually the one who got the playmate on him to start the fight. And Quid was the one who was able to find Masu. Still FlyQuest turning it around because of the Otacon resistance shred. Up to 50 flat armor and MR removed if you've been fighting Otacon for long enough. That's insane amounts of extra damage. As 100 Thieves now trying to get something here on Inspired and Bwipo. Inspired with the Arctic Assault over the wall, but that Sejuani is still in a lot of danger. His Aftershock is about to wear off. Ayla ready to join up here. There is no flash available, and FlyQuest have overplayed their hand, looking to try to use those false lives. Yes, it's not as bad as an actual death, but still feels like Inspired gave that one away for free.
He did, but Masu took the tier 2 busted that thing open. You got the first pick of the candy.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal. That teaches you to swing hard. Oh, hold on, Bwipo's swinging hard into the enemy base. Big Q3 lands onto almost everybody, and Quid is down. Masu taking the kill credit on that one. Yes,
Bwipo is 1,500 health, and you're like, oh.
Oh, well, I guess you really weren't 20% HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have had a visual bug on my screen. This guy's got a lot more health than I thought he did. But FlyQuest now in a very commanding lead. Like you already said, 5,000 gold. River getting caught out here. This is bad news for 100 Thieves. The jungler's about to die, and he did it for free as Ayla down to about 1/3 of his own health. Now Sniper has to try to get away. There's nothing left for him to do here. FlyQuest having killed River. He's dead for the next 30 seconds. They know that Baron is right there and ready for the taking.
Yeah, they kill off River. They force out Ayla's flash as well with the World Ender there from Bwipo. 100 Thieves is going to be pushing up mid lane, trying to get some control there. They have to try.
Oh, Quid with the flash charm going after Masu, but again, he's going after this target that has the cleanse ready. Ayla's going to be next to die, but he gets the hostile takeover out before he falls. Quid barely hanging on the side of the fight. Masu did drop to FBI, but everybody on 100 Thieves is dying. Inspired taking a killing spree as the Callista finally falls. Sniper and Quid both still alive. And FlyQuest are right back to pushing. Less than a minute and a half until that Dragon Soul spawns. Ayla taking a huge chunk of damage as River tries to make the engage, and he's about to die before anything else even happens. Whippo has hysterics to keep him alive. Snipers into the back, but he's already down. Busio goes on a rampage, and Ayla and Quid go on the run. They're the only two left alive on 100 Thieves, and Inspired and Busio are hunting them down. Ayla has been knocked back towards Whippo. He tries to get away, tries to use the Mikhails to give himself enough extra freedom, but it does not matter. Quid is the last one standing, but he will fall like the rest. FlyQuest get a clean ace. It'll be 18-5 to end the game as they march on the Nexus turrets. No Baron required. 100 Thieves cannot stand up to FlyQuest, who will move on to a 3-0 start here in Split 2.
Nicely done.
Very, very powerful advantage for TL in the 2 versus 2. Sivir and Alistar incredibly weak early on.
Because they know that there's no possible gank coming.
Yeah. Pathing top.
And both teams do have the same award there for Raptors. So opposite is true for Dignitas, where they now know
life is pain.
The Skarner is pathing the other way. Okay, little
taking a big trade right now.
Like
LTA is winning this one and has Umpty nearby. Kaney, does he even flash? He will, and still goes down. First blood to Umpty.
I mean, that is just wave frozen on him, based with teleport available. The effective people they could have at Drake is 5 versus 3.
Instead, they're making a play on Jan right now. We have the Weaver's Wall come through. Jan still alive. Core JJ keeping him safe with the shields. Now comes Shaden, big Inferno Bomb over top, and they actually turn the play. Isles goes down. Now APA's joined in. Satchel charge could be used. 30, no flash available. He is stuck on this side of the wall. It goes from bad to worse for Dignitas. Look for the play. Team Liquid catch it.
Dignitas, you could tell.
In your defense, Kobe, as well, Team Liquid currently, I know it's only week 2, just the beginning of week 2, but they have the fastest game time in the league. So they have been turning these, advantageous positions into wins. At least one of them. Ooh, Shannon Corruption goes
signed.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Tell us what it was for as it's
okay, well, we're back to life. Can APA get away? Shaden jumps in. There's a satchel charge, and I think we got our answer. Shaden picks up the first kill of the game for Dignitas.
Okay, so down regardless. APA did not use any summoner spells there, but Isles.
Okay, now we're continuing the play from Team Liquid. Isles does walk away.
So it's just kind of no rebuttal here, I guess. They didn't even blow the summoner spell off APA. So TL are
that was the best play.
Is the power of the Team Liquid roster. Jan has been performing incredibly well, and now 2 kills to his name.
With the next Drake being up in about 50 seconds. So I'm likely thinking that Jan definitely in a bit of trouble,
Okay, well, Jan just sidestepping. Doesn't sidestep that when becomes lightning, and he is caught out of position, out of sorts. Shaden with another kill and another shutdown.
Stopping recalls, pretty much.
Yeah,
and that's what Core JJ is really trying to do right now, but maybe he's gone too far.
Yeah,
I think he's dead too.
Trying to collapse in right now, and we have Isles on the flank. All right, Core, I like the vision, I like the look, but look at, again, how much time he is buying. It's his life. He even flashes to buy more time. Every member of Dignitas wants some of that.
At this point, don't even recall Shade and just take the second grubs. Get 6 grubs for
if not all of it.
They have no impact ultimate to stop it.
I mega cursed it. I mega cursed it.
You're saying there's no way that Dignitas win this one?
I didn't say that.
He's saying Team Liquid will always beat Dignitas until the end of this draft, and we think, oh, they really want to win.
Yeah.
But why would they really want to win? Have they been running it in scrims all week? Is their coordination
now with the
going down the drain? And now that they made
that was an intended escape vehicle there for him. But the fact that you had to do that because bottom side, like you're saying, big chunks onto a little bit late for the squad. What he can do, what Surdy can do as well. But continuing to deal with the pressure in mid, and Ziggs will destroy that turret.
Play that like the better team there by stopping the push, making sure the wave is gone, and then just pressuring waves to get tempo on the map. Late game situations. Now, though, they don't have any map pressure, and Impact is charging.
Oh, don't walk in. That's making smash, big Q knock up, and now Alistair's just taking all the damage, and Pale only lands on a 1, and he just carries Isles to the back line. He's running away. Isles says tag in, the rest of the team Impact buying. So much space for Liquid, though. He holds the line. Dignitas cannot get through the health bars, and they will win the team fight.
That was the funniest game of Red Rover send Isles right over that I have seen ever in League of Legends. APA can find one!
Oh, and he finds it. Shaden caught window shopping, did not see APA around the wall.
All right, APA is for sure the most locked-in member.
He really is. I mean, he did so much damage in that team.
Sticking around, so Team Liquid on the Baron. We have TP coming in from Tomo, but Shaden's still dead for 9 seconds. No smite contest. It's going to have to be a fight. Dignitas, I mean, backs against the wall. They just lost a Dragon's Soul. They can't stop the Baron from going down. Team Liquid secure it, and now if they can just get out of the river, they're in fantastic position. They do. Do they kill Surdy on the way out? Flash from the top laner of Dignitas, and no stop of the Baron. Team Liquid
and Skarner just so incredibly unkillable. The only guy who should be careful right now is Lyon.
And speaking of, he does have to flash away from Isles engage. Big damage back. Umpty now in here. Impale's available. Does he want to go for it? Teleport used very early by Impact there just to keep Jan safe. So Team Liquid, now the 1-4 is foregone. Impact has grouped up, but they still can just push this wave in. Weaver's Wall might cut off Umpty and Impact. The tanks are not with the rest of the team, but there's just not enough damage to really threaten anything here. And with that satchel onto the turret, now Team Liquid can walk forward.
Got him.
Big engage from Impact. Will pick up 2 more, and Team Liquid will continue the siege.
That's what they envisioned when they locked in these champions. They're thinking Sion's going to fly in, Skarner's going to pull him back.
That's going to be the game. You have to imagine Team Liquid still have the Baron-empowered minion. They have the cannon. Let's see if they can close it out right here. Dignitas have the Sivir. Wave clear is strong. We'll have to keep our eyes on it. All right, Umpty position behind. Now the minions are coming in. I don't think anybody from Dignitas is walking up. Team Liquid have the flank of Isles, though. Engaging onto Jan, and it's turned right back on its head. Team Liquid will claim the carries and claim the game.
Okay, maybe can't kill. Oh, can't kill, nice.
Okay. Close out right here.
Nice. GG, guys. GG.
No answer from Dig. Team Liquid, a clean second half. Let's frame it that way. It was things off depending if Foulbox is getting spicy or not, but it is all gas. Very little breaks in this kind of position.
Yeah, hoping for an action-packed game. They're going to remember that Licorice has teleport and has Rumble Ultimate. So Shopify have to be very, very careful with this possible skirmish up here. If you do it quickly and you force a teleport and then back off,
we're just going to make the play instead. Henna in some trouble, gets knocked up, still has the flash and the barrier, and is able to just walk away from that one just fine. Now Lions re-engage on the contracts. Adiland goes on a long journey, but the fate sealed over the top from Saint. First blood to Adiland.
Yeah, that was a very long, twisted advance. Takes it all the way. Let's see what they can manage here.
Yeah, Fudge is going to have to be very careful here. Already, the equalizer goes down. Fudge has the flash available, and gets interrupted on the public execution, and Adiland picks up another kill.
Maokai
So I want to see, do they try and contest? They still don't have flash on Saint, so they might just let this go.
Yeah, I think probably for sure here, because Scrubs are only 30 seconds away, but I guess the only other detriment is like that the Maokai keeps getting the last hits on the kill. Objective up. I think that is a very good call.
Yeah.
You know, Shopify, no, we don't have the tools right now. That's yours.
All right, so the timers did actually come up. Contracts and will deny any more dragon stacking. So now they picking up 3 neutral objectives. In towards the feats of strength, and they're pushing Shopify Rebellion away from this mid turret. They're gonna try and siege it down here. Big damage with those grubs. Engage from Seos. Lion's trying to jump away. Contracts now has the ultimate available. One more hit on the turret, and they just barely get it. I believe that was the burn damage coming through. So Lion cracking the first turret, picking that up for that flank. That would have been a terrifying moment for Shopify Rebellion to try and hold their ground. So I think it's wise for them to back off.
I agree. Can they make a pick here?
I mean, they're actually going to go for a public execution onto the tank. Chain CC trying to lock down Adiland, but now that just re-engaged from Lions. Adiland goes back in. Licorice, big damage, roasting through the health bars of Shopify Rebellion. Henna wasn't even needed in that fight. Now joins in. It's a double kill to the top laner. Lion roar to life, and will pick up 2. He is still performing for this team and is really adding a lot of excitement around this roster and the potential damage it can do as Fudge looks to do damage to Licorice. 1v1, dancing around the equalizer, and Licorice says, bet! I will take that 1v1. Palafox comes in, Emperor's Divide into the wall. Licorice still trying to roast him down, will get shut down, but that was a 2-for-1 and a 1-for-1 trade Lyon will take it.
Yeah, they're so happy to take it because it's a huge dub. They're able to get out the extra resources of the teleport, which also opens up your bottom side of the map for perfect Rift Herald usage.
Yep.
Where they get a secondary turret on top of that outer turret. Ones are the most expensive turrets in the entire game, so the gold lead just balloons there for Lyon.
Yeah.
Even
oh,
with
Fate sealed. He's still going for it. Double knockup from Saint as he looks for that Q3. Nice quickness from Seos to keep the AD carry alive. B-Boy did not have to use...
burning down this dragon. I'm assuming that's what Yone's doing in there. There we go.
Yep.
We get a little cam on him. And finish up the Chemtech Drake while the rest of the team just keeps eyes on Shopify to deny the cross map or any sort of plan.
Lions here. They have everybody grouping at the Otacon, and they are forcing Shopify Rebellion to answer the play. That's Contract's Glacial Prison. Swing and a miss. Doesn't land on anybody. Now the re-engage coming in from Lyon. And a teleport from Fudge straight to his grave.
Cut the tape, Genghis.
Yeah, this is looking done and dusted. Lyon will get a pick as well as the Otacon.
Oof. Licorice like sidesteps the Sejuani ult, and then you see the teleport is coming in so deep, you already know it's doomed.
It's like,
you see the little ball of light coming through, and it's like, Genghis, no!
Fudge's life flashed before his eyes. He had a long time. It's a long channel for the teleport now, to really think about it.
The safety eject button on that teleport.
Can we divert course? Steep hill, there we go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one, the second one. Steve.
And now we have another engage coming in from Lyon under the turret. And nice quickness coming in from Seos to try and buy space, but Licorice behind them just shreds through everybody. Lyon can do no wrong. Turret don't matter. They take the fight and they'll take 2 kills.
They will, and they're not going to give you anything back. So no trade. It's just take.
They'll even give B-Boys flash, just for fun.
Okay.
For good measure.
Take a little bit more there. Saint wasn't happy with just.
Hellflax looks for that one, just gets barrier out of Henna, and that could mean mid-turret.
I mean, it's kind of big, actually, right?
Wow.
Because Henna's down to 30% HP, plus the barrier that you mentioned.
And now we're just going to engage here onto Adiland. The tank is not tanking, and that's a shutdown for B-Boy.
When all else fails, Kangas, group 5 and go mid.
Nayram, baby. We own that.
All right, so now Baron is on the table. The enemy jungler is dead. Here we go. Time to force. They don't have the Sejuani or the Mbessa ultimate.
We have Equalizer from Licorice, though. That could be the big play here for Lyon. If they lose this Baron, that is rough. B-Boy, big damage as he is half health running away. Seos again trying to buy space for the team. Almost dies in the attempt. Lyon do not get the Baron. They do not get the kills, but they push Shopify Rebellion off of the objective. And Zane's going to go for another solo dragon.
Burn, baby, burn, though. I'm really just looking at Licorice Deathcap here.
Oh, wow, he's close.
Rumble with Deathcap, Leandries, and the extra shred. Oh,
yeah.
Yay.
That is going to be their side of the river. They back off of the Baron, and instead will look for mid-wave. Over the wall, flash from Lions, and there you have it! Gravity well onto everybody with the equalizer, and Shopify Rebellion yet again on the receiving end of Licorice's Flame Spitter. Double kill to Henna, and Adiland's flashing forward for more. Palafox goes down, Licorice picks up another one, and Lyon yet again with another clean victory. They plant their flag and say, we are the team to fear right now for Split 2. This might not be the game-ending push, but that's a hell of a statement versus Shopify Rebellion. They have another wave coming in here, and they're going even further. Adiland's underneath the Nexus turrets. I think Lyon can do it. No, they're going to back away. Again, very patient team. They did this last week, but they've already cracked the base. They're losing XP and gold, but they really don't have other options right now. It is just the Nayram for them, as they will now look to approach in towards the Baron. There's the Twisted Advance, and yeah, Nature's Grasp is enough. Licorice now roasting through Contract. Shopify Rebellion don't find anything. Contract looks for the Glacial Prison, misses, and no follow-up nearby anyway. So Shopify Rebellion have to limp away. They don't have their Sejuani ultimate, and also Contract is low on health, so this could just turn into Dragon Soul along with the Baron.
It's definitely looking like that. Genghis, I think I would definitely put my money betting on that one, because Seos is... He's trying to lead them on a chase.
Oh, Saint with the Fate Seal follow. Quickness from Seos. I don't even think it tagged Saint. One more auto. and Saint will pick up his second kill of the game. That will be Dragon Soul for Lyon.
With this, Lyon as a team, I think, are for sure proving themselves as the top of those kind of bot half teams, the bottom four. So now they get to look forward to tomorrow as well. I believe TL is their next opponent, and that would be, you know, cracking in to the top four teams that have thus far kind of kept to themselves and, you know, been on another level. So very excited to see where this Lyon team progresses from here.
After today, everyone's going to be asking, how good are Lyon? They engage here on the Fudge. Lock him down, take him out. 0-6 for Shopify's top laner, as Lyon have been punishing him every single chance with Baron-empowered minions. You have to imagine this is it. One final engage, under turn, roast him down. Lyon go 3-0 to kick off the split.
Hey, B-Boy lived again. Kangas. Can he win?
I'm going to imagine that's a no, Kobe. I'm going to imagine that's a victory.
You're going to go bald if he...
You know what? I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet. I don't think there's a lot on the line for me, but there's a lot on the line for a Lyon.